So when you see crop circles happen, understand that it's a language. It's actually like a frequency code coming through, as if somebody wanted to communicate to you in a different level of speaking, yet they don't have any other way except to dial it down into a medium to where you could perceive it.
Carry.
Peace, this is Jarrell with Quantum Light Consciousness. Today we're going to talk about reading crop circles. Okay, so crop circles have a long history in the making. There's a lot of mystical elements around it. There's a lot of intrigue, curiosity as to what they actually could be. What are they actually? What could they be telling you? Who are making them? What do they mean? These are the things that are very poignant in asking yourself when you see these mysterious markings and makings appearing in fields across the world, in specific areas of the world. So I wanted to talk to you about crop circles today because they're important. They're important to me at least. And I like to share why they're important. Okay, so they started being discovered in the 1960s, 1970s, when just independent people would find them, and then they would record them, and then they started happening more and more in the 80s and 90s, and they haven't stopped since then. A lot of times they are misunderstood. However, crop circles are a thing. They're actually something that is very helpful to your development as a spiritual being. There's something that is very, very high, eminent in energy about them. If you ever tune into a crop circle, you'll see their energy laden with light codes and high density and frequency from the galactic center a lot of the times. There's a lot of crop circles out there that can activate you and upgrade. So when you see crop circles happen, understand that it's a language. It's actually like a frequency code coming through, as if somebody wanted to communicate to you in a different level of speaking, yet they don't have any other way except to dial it down into a medium to where you could perceive it. Because normally your higher self would just walk up to you and just give you telepathic communication, boom, 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 right through your third eye. And then you get it through your third eye. And then you're like, oh, okay, I get it. Right. But, most people, they're not that telepathic yet with their higher self. So they have to resort to crop circles, so it's that's what's happening with crop circles. That's why they're so important. That's why I find them to be so intriguing. So recently, I've been tuning into them, and as I've been tuning into them, it just seems like there's more and more and more happening. So when you look at these crop circles, it's kind of like you're looking at them and you're feeling with your heart. You're looking and you're sensing the energy going through the field, and then you're looking at what they would look like if they were three-dimensional. Because what you're looking at is, of course, a shape. Mostly, it's just a shape that's in a field. As you're looking at the shape in the field, you realize that the shape, isn't just it's a two-dimensional perspective. Yet it's usually a geometry, and the geometry, of course, whatever it's drawn out flat on a field, has a third-dimensional spherical form. So you're going to want to figure out spatially adhere what that third dimensional physical form is, or fourth dimensional physical form is, and then put it into a fifth dimensional form with your mind's eye, your heart, with your understanding of what the fifth dimension is, and then integrate it. That's pretty much what crop circles are to me. That's how to work with a crop circle. All right. So now that we explained that, there's a few things you should also know about crop circles. Crop circles aren't always created equally. Right now we live on the Earth. The Earth is a community zone with a lot of different species here of extraterrestrials and different types of beings who belong to the omniverse. That is like an omniverse special collective of multidimensional races all put in to the same class here to experience their lives on one planet. So when you have multiple types of dimensional intelligences all tuning in and throwing in their own perspective and their own hat into the jar, and they're trying to say, hey, look at this type of perspective. Oh, hey, look at this type of perspective, what you should look at here. Oh, hey, look at this is how we view reality. Oh, hey, look, this is how we view reality. Oh, look at this. It's kind of, you have to understand that you're looking at different types of views on how existence should be looked at. Okay, so sometimes you see crop circles that are kind of sketchy. There's one that's kind of like, I remember seeing one that was like a gray ET with half his face is like a shadow, and he's holding like this weird like shape or something. I'm just like, I don't know about this one, guys. I was just like, I don't know about this one, and then there's other ones like they look awesome, yeah, they're still kind of off. Like, so it's like, just take it for what it is, for you. Look at it with positivity in mind. Look at it as if you were to get an energy reading off it first, run it by your higher self, and then look at it again from a spherical manner. Look at it from a like a fourth dimensional spherical spatial awareness perspective, to where you're looking at the shape, and then based off your understanding of sacred geometry, put the form together in your mind, and then realize what it could be. And then based off of the feeling you get from it, an A-OK or approval or nod or a no-go or a negative or a disapproval from your higher self, you either don't move forward with integrating that shape or working with that shape or understanding more of that shape or where that shape comes from or what it could be, or you do, or you could work with it. Because there's a lot of shapes that happen now almost every week that is like really, really like phenomenal. So more about crop circles. So when crop circles happen, there's a level of energy that can be recorded by any type of energy sensing device, frequency sensing device. When you record the frequency in the field, it's always going to come out to 432 hertz, 528 hertz, any type of hertz that is conducive or resonant to human mind body energy field, because it's done by a higher being. All right, it's actually done by a sphere being. Okay. And then you'll see in the crop circles that the crops aren't actually hurt. They're like compassionately bent, like at like a 90-degree angle, like gently, to like create the sacred geometry in the field in a spherical way. Like, it's actually like masterfully done. And like, if you actually like tune into it, you can actually see how like a multidimensional being like literally like reaches down and does it. Okay, so it's a very, very in-depth, profound, divine, cosmic synchronicity that takes place. You could call it a phenomenon, but it's really, if you know what's going on, you know what's going on. If you know what's happening, you know what's happening. You don't have to guess what like lights are in the sky anymore, what orbs are, or what angels are, or anything. You know what it is. Okay, so when you see this stuff, you know. So this is why I like to make videos about this stuff. Okay, so it's really happening. There's really a lot of intelligences peering in on this reality we have here on Earth, and it's a really, really special thing that we have going on. Um, Honestly, I haven't, I haven't really thought about it too much, and as I'm explaining it now, it just makes me reflect and makes me feel how amazing it is to be alive on Earth right now. Just because it's like, there's so much going on. There's so much awesomeness taking place. There's so many shifts being lifted into fruition, and it's like it's all coming to a base point to where things are going to happen and things are going to take place for the higher and better good. So just it's just a quick video. I wanted to leave some footage of some crop circles and how they're awesome. And also one thing, crop circles, they're done by like actual light beings. There's footage with light ships, sphere beings, orbs coming down from the sky, spinning around the field, and then watching the hay bend and move and take shape with the sphere's intention in mind as the sphere creates the crop circle. All these things, it's 100%, without a doubt, without a shadow of a doubt, it's done by extraterrestrial intelligences. Okay? So peace and love. If you guys would like a session, I do sessions at quantumlight.org. I do light code attunements, custom art, energy coaching. I have an oracle deck out, Quantum Light Conscious Oracle deck. I have a t-shirt company, Empath League. Check that out, empathgear.com. And I'll talk to you guys soon.